Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into today's story, a heated one involving Neville, Jamie Carragher, and one Liverpool star who's just been told he missed his big chance. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Drop a like and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our latest football breakdowns. Now, imagine this. You're 22 years old, handed a golden opportunity to cement your place in one of the biggest clubs in the world, and all eyes are on you at Stamford Bridge. But within 45 minutes, it all falls apart. That's exactly what happened to Conor Bradley. And today, we're breaking down why Neville and Jamie Carragher both think this young Liverpool player just missed a crucial moment in his career. Stay tuned till the end. You'll want to hear what both pundits said and what this could mean for Liverpool's season moving forward. The setup: Liverpool's tough run and Arne Slot's choice. Liverpool's season under Arne Slot has been a roller coaster already. After a promising start, the Reds have stumbled with back-to-back defeats, and Saturday's clash against Chelsea only deepened the concerns. Stamford Bridge was buzzing, Chelsea were hungry, and Liverpool desperately needed a response. But before kickoff, the headlines were already rolling. Arne Slot made a bold call, giving Conor Bradley the nod at right back over Jeremie Frimpong. That decision caught plenty of attention. Many fans thought it was Bradley's big chance, the opportunity to prove that he could fill the void left behind by Trent Alexander-Arnold's departure. Now pause right there, because this wasn't just any regular start. This was a huge moment for a player many saw as Liverpool's next defensive star. But what happened next would have every pundit, and plenty of fans, questioning whether Bradley was truly ready for this level. Before we go further, let me ask you, do you think Liverpool should have started Frimpong instead? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm reading every single one of them. The match. A promising start that turned sour. The match kicked off with Liverpool showing early flashes of energy. For the first 5 minutes, Bradley actually looked composed. On the ball, he linked up nicely, made some confident runs, and even tried pushing high to press Chelsea's backline. But as the minutes rolled on, things began to unravel. Chelsea's Alejandro Garnacho targeted Bradley directly, and that's when the trouble began. Garnacho, quick on his feet and always looking to isolate defenders, sensed vulnerability. And when Garnacho senses weakness, he exploits it. By the half-hour mark, Bradley found himself in trouble, pulling down Marc Cucurella to stop a counterattack and earning a yellow card in the process. That moment changed everything. From that point on, Bradley was walking on eggshells and Chelsea knew it. Garnacho kept pressing, teasing him with feints, making him chase shadows. Every time Garnacho got the ball, you could feel the tension rise. If you've ever played football, you know that feeling. When you're booked early, every tackle feels like a risk, every movement feels heavy. Bradley was trapped in that nightmare. And Neville, watching from the commentary booth, saw it all unfolding. Neville's verdict: he's missed an opportunity. On his podcast after the game, Neville didn't mince his words. He said, and I quote, "It was a disappointing day for Conor Bradley. He started the game well, but as the first half went on, Garnacho just got the better of him." Neville explained that when you're given a big chance, especially as a young defender, you can't afford to look vulnerable. He even referenced something Rio Ferdinand used to tell him back in their Manchester United days: "Nothing down our side." That line hit hard. It means, in essence, you take pride in your area. No one gets past you. No one wins your zone. Neville said Liverpool's right side hasn't had that mentality for years. And to him, this was the day Bradley needed to prove he could bring it back. But instead, Neville felt he looked nervous, reactive, and ultimately outplayed. Neville continued, "This was Conor Bradley's big day today, and he's missed an opportunity. When you get an opportunity in life, you've got to take it." Arne Slot trusted him. Chelsea away, big stage, Frimpong on the bench. Szoboszlai in midfield, this was his moment. And then, the gut punch. He's now watching the second half from the bench. And you're down in the dumps when that happens. If you're a Liverpool fan watching this right now, what do you think? Is Neville being too harsh, or is he absolutely right? Type "Yes, Neville" in the chat if you agree with him, or "No chance" if you think Bradley deserves more patience. Jamie Carragher agrees. He looks like an academy player struggling to adapt. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. You might expect a Liverpool legend like Jamie Carragher to jump in and defend the young lad, right? Wrong. Carragher actually agreed with Neville's assessment. Writing in his column for The Telegraph, Carragher said, "Bradley still looks like an academy graduate trying to cope with the demands of playing senior football 3 times a week. That's a brutally honest take, but it's also one grounded in reality. Carragher knows what it means to step up from the academy. He lived that journey himself. And for him to say that about Bradley shows that even within Liverpool circles, there's a feeling the youngster hasn't yet adapted to the consistency required at this level. Carragher's point isn't just about one bad game. It's about the mental and physical grind of top-flight football, the constant pressure, the tactical awareness, the confidence to recover after mistakes. For Bradley, that's the next step, and right now, Carragher doesn't think he's there yet. To be fair, Bradley's situation isn't entirely his fault. As Liverpool.com highlighted, his preseason injury couldn't have come at a worse time. That setback meant he missed the first few games of the campaign, and in football, timing is everything. By the time he returned, the team's rhythm had shifted. Arne Slot was still figuring out his ideal lineup, and every player was fighting for a starting spot. That kind of environment is brutal. You don't just have to be good, you have to be exceptional to hold your place. So when Slot handed Bradley this opportunity at Stamford Bridge, it wasn't just another match. It was a test. Could he handle the pace, the pressure, and the mental challenge of facing Chelsea's speed on the flanks? Unfortunately, by halftime, Slot had seen enough. He replaced Bradley with Florian Wirtz, pushing Dominik Szoboszlai into right back, a move that said everything about the manager's faith in the moment. If you're still watching, you're clearly a football mind who loves detail, so smash that like button right now, and let's see if we can get this video past 1,000 likes. It really helps the channel and keeps football content like this coming your way. Now, Neville touched on something deeper, a tactical issue that's been haunting Liverpool for years. He said, Liverpool's right side doesn't think defensively. It hasn't done for a number of years. That's a subtle jab, but a significant one. Even when Trent Alexander-Arnold was there, Liverpool often relied heavily on offensive power while leaving gaps behind. Opponents exploited it again and again. Bradley was supposed to bring more balance, solid defense, youthful energy, and discipline. But against Chelsea, that balance was nowhere to be seen. The truth is, Arne Slot's Liverpool are still trying to find their identity. They're not Klopp's high-pressing, chaos-loving squad anymore. They're in transition, and that means players like Bradley are caught in between two tactical worlds. Let's be real for a moment. Missing an opportunity like this doesn't just hurt your game, it messes with your confidence. Picture being told all week that this is your big moment, and then you're subbed off at halftime. That stays with you. Neville and Carragher both know that. They've lived it. That's why their comments, while harsh, come from experience. They're not trying to destroy Bradley's confidence. They're warning him. In football, chances don't come often. When they do, you've got to grab them and never let go. Bradley is still young, still talented, and still has time to recover. But make no mistake, he's on notice. Slot trusted him. The fans believed in him. Now he's got to prove he belongs. So where does he go from here? Well, that depends on how he responds. If he uses this as motivation, hits the training ground harder, studies his defensive positioning, and regains that hunger, he can come back stronger. Many great players have had setbacks early on. Think about Andrew Robertson when he first arrived. He struggled. Fans doubted him. But he worked, evolved, and became one of the best fullbacks in the world. Bradley can write that same story. But to do it, he'll need resilience, patience, and a willingness to learn from every mistake. Now, Arne Slot will give him more chances, no doubt, but those chances will come with even more pressure. That's the nature of elite football. Social media lit up after the match. Some fans defended Bradley, saying it was unfair to single out a young player during a team-wide slump. Others agreed with Neville, arguing that Liverpool can't afford passengers in their defense. One fan wrote, Bradley's talented, but this is Liverpool, not a learning academy. Another said, give the lad time. You don't replace Trent overnight. What do you think? Should Liverpool continue to back Conor Bradley as their starting right back, or should Arne Slot look elsewhere? Drop your opinion below. I want to know where the fan base stands on this one. To sum it all up, Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher are on the same page. Conor Bradley's afternoon at